What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 6 of NHL 24 San Jose Sharks Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, thank you so much for support on these videos. If you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. As you guys can see, they were currently 3-3 in the preseason, ranting point per game. If you guys missed the last episode, we were trying to actually win back-to-back Stanley Cups. Unfortunately, couldn't make it happen. Instead, the Maple Leafs won their first Stanley Cup in like 55 years, whatever it's been at this point in the game. So we're going to try and win another one here. I feel like 2 cups in 3 years is just about as good. We definitely have the team to do it. I think we are stacked top to bottom. So first line here, guys. Ovechkin still on the team there, playing with Will Smith and Mikko Rantanen. I honestly thought for sure Ovi retired last year. He's 43 now. Look at his shot. His shot's literally gotten better. It's almost all 99s. Like, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Super slow now. Physical is actually still better than I expected. Defensive awareness, I think, has also gone up, now 92. But somehow he's still playing at elite level. Again, with that line there, they're all getting a +5. They're going to go off again. Second line even. Kucherov with the Eklund brothers has been very good for us. They also get a +5. You got Saugas here making his NHL debut as a rookie. 84 overall. Amazing shot on him. He's playing with Benak there in the middle and Zetterlund on the right wing. Finally, on the fourth line there, you got IFL brought in just to be a solid defensive forward. Playing with Svechkov and Musty. Defensively here, Addison's on the top pair with Levshinov now. We made a big trade to get him when he was an unsigned RFA. 90 overall there, you can see just a very good game all around. Maybe we could have a bit better of a shot, but apart from that, a very solid player. Hamilton Dillon on the second pair and Lane Hudson, and then his brother Cole Hudson on the bottom pair with Simon and Nemec. I feel like that's a solid decor. Goaltending-wise, Dale's our starter, 88 overall. Olsen's actually backing him up now, 84. You look at the power play here, like power play 1 has to be one of the best power plays in the league, I feel. Even power play 2, I think, is very solid. A lot of young players there. The four-mans, I think both get +5s. They do. PK-wise, Zetterlund here is very good defensively. He's playing with Smith. He's a very good all-around center as well. Second unit there, some of our defensive forwards. So overall, like I said, I don't really think there's too many holes in this team. No reason why we're not contending for the Stanley Cup again. AHL-wise, you got Zetterberg here kind of leading the way. 83 overall at 22. Definitely going to get the call up next year, especially. I feel like Ovechkin, this is probably his last season. Playing with Lombardi, who we brought in Greentree. You got Maggio there with Hughes and Cooley, so a few Spitfires. Yakupov back on the lineup with Nestorenko and Co. Atkinson, Cappy there, and Lee. Defensively, you got Cristoforo, Havlid, Fisher, Cagnani, Koivunen, and Larocque. Goaltending-wise, you actually got Blackwood as a starter. You got beat up by Olsen. Some people were saying I should just trade him or something, so I'll probably do that. But I feel like I'll maybe wait till the deadline when I kind of have an idea of what this team needs. Even backing him up, Rimpin in there, 22 years old, 80 overall, low elite now. He was a medium starter before. So the team is looking solid. Before I show you guys the ratings, we'll take a look here at the contract situation. I think there definitely are. I think there are some guys that need extensions. Makes a lot of sense to do that beforehand if you think they're going to have a big season. So Kucherov, Ovi, we're just on one-year deals. We can't do them. Eklund, we could. We have $24 million in extension dollars. He wants 11 as an 87. I don't think he's going to have an $11 million season, so I'm going to hold off on him. Now you got Hudson here playing bottom pair. Shouldn't be asking for a lot. He's actually asking for under $1 million. Only at 3 years it goes to 1.5. We actually only need him for 2 more years. So definitely a bridge makes a lot of sense for us. I'll do 2 years, 950K. That is a steal. Obviously, we luck out and only being the GM for 2 seasons after this one. The next GM can kind of deal with his big contract he's going to get. Zetterberg here as well in the AHL right now. Makes sense to sign him an extension before he makes that NHL debut. Kind of like Hudson there. 2 years on a very cheap bridge deal. It's going to work out great for us. We also drafted this Boulay guy, 82 overall, 4th overall. He's definitely going to make the jump to NHL next year as well. He'll be on an entry-level deal for the rest of the franchise. And looking at goaltenders here, Daigle needs an extension. Already an 88. Let's see. 6.9. Nice. I think that's pretty fair because goalies, I feel like he hasn't put up amazing numbers, but I'm not sure if his ass is going to depend more on his rating or on his stats. If he does, like, I don't know. He's a very good goalie. If he does 6.5 for 2 years, I think it makes sense. I wouldn't mind, holding on to him here. Also, too, guys, I forgot to mention Logan Couture retired last season, so we have a new captain on the San Jose Sharks, and it is Will Smith. Ovechkin there is actually now rated A. I mean, he's 43, makes sense. And then Branson there, who's already rated A, is holding on to the other one. Now, like I was saying, guys, before we get started with the sim, as always, I'll show you the ratings here. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, we had 100 offense. I forget the other 2 stats, though. Yeah, 100 offense there, 91 defense, and 88 goaltending. So this team is stacked. Let's see if they can get it done and win a second Stanley Cup. And there we go, guys. Hudson accepted that bridge deal under $1 million. That is crazy. Daigle as well, $6.5 million for the next 2 years. I don't usually pay a goalie, but I feel like I can make an exception for him. Zetterberg as well, bridge deal if he gets called up. Gonna be a great contract. They all accepted actually before we even got started with the season. We started out with 3 losses. They never like to see that. Carlo and Susie, couple defensemen. I think their D is good. Okay, are we gonna get a win here? No way. Oh, finally it's the Blackhawks in OT. Not a great start though, going 0-5 to begin the year. Wow, look at this offer, guys, to the Winnipeg Jets. Mark Scheifele in a third for Cunningham, who's a medium elite defensive prospect we drafted, Cagnani, and Gunnarsson. We'll take a look at Scheifele's rating. I don't think it makes sense because I don't really know where he's slot into the lineup. 87 overall, he's about a point per game. Sniper. If you were to play on the second line, he'd be pushing down Eklund's brother, which doesn't make a ton of sense. So I'm probably going to say no, but it is cool to see them making a big offer like that. Alright guys, so check this out. After going 0-5 to start the year, we're now 20-11-6. So after those 5 games, we went on a 20-5 run, not including like the OT losses. Pretty solid, I would say. Currently though in a wildcard spot. That's, wow. I expected us to be higher than that. Shows the division's actually doing quite well, opposed to, sometimes the past Pacific Division was pretty rough. Kucherov, our leading scorer right now, over a point per game. AHL-wise, Zetterberg's a point per game. They're still in the playoffs, though. I brought in, like, a new AHL head coach on this year. Doesn't seem to be making a difference, even though I thought the AHL team was kind of stacked. And it's kind of funny, guys. Winnipeg here making us another trade offer. This time, they're trying to trade Jacob Chikrin back to us for Cunningham and Cappy, two of our better young players. Definitely going to say no to that one. And now the Islanders are offering us Adam Pelech on an expiring contract. Okay, this one's worth looking at, because if we get him, I think our defense, like the bottom pair, Hudson's brother is only 82. Pelech's very solid defensively. He's only 83 at this point, though. Yeah, never mind. If he was still like 87, definitely would have looked at making that trade. All right, guys, we're at the deadline now with a record of 34-21-8. Team continues to play well. Currently in a wildcard spot, but we're only 2 points back there of second, so it's very close. Although the teams in front of us do have games in hand. AHL-wise, 25-24-4. They're second last in the division. I gotta show you guys the AHL team again, because how are they doing so bad? Jack Hughes, of course, the other Jack Hughes, just under a point per game. In the NHL, you got Ovechkin now at 43 years old, has 70 points. I mean, I think they got to do some adjusting here to like how players age, because I don't know if a 43-year-old Ovechkin's ever putting up 70 points. Again, guys, this AHL team, where's the hole here? Like, Yakupov's 75, but, he's a pretty good player still. Defensively, it's high 70s. We got an 82 Blackwood. The AHL head coach has a B- overall, which I think for the AHL is pretty decent, so I don't know why we're getting so unlucky there, but the good news is we're more worried about the NHL team winning a Stanley Cup than we are the AHL team winning a Calder Cup. So at the trade deadline here, guys, we are clearly buyers. Hopefully some interesting pieces on the block. Cam York, wow, 1 year, $15 million left. He got up to a 92 there on the Blues at this point. Timo Meier, 3 years left with the Devils. Eriksson Ek, Velarde, DeBrusk, Fiala, Besser, Lindholm, Anderson, Askarov. All right, so I think, like I said, our forward group is pretty much stacked. All we could really use is maybe like a slightly better defenseman to have in the top 4, even on the bottom pair. Now, this is assuming Daigle's playing well, which if he's not, I'm going to trade him because we're about to pay him 6.5. What the heck? What the heck? 882 save percentage, 373 goals against. I think goalie ratings do not matter at all in this game. Like, how does he have an 882? 90 points. That's usually the thing that hurts young goalies, so it's not that. I mean, the glove and stick, I think, could be a little bit better. He's literally having his worst season in the NHL yet, and this is the highest he's been rated yet. And I mean, the goals against is up, so yeah, maybe we do actually need to add some defense, because goals against isn't all him. You could say, if there's more shots and stuff. Save percentage, though, is down, and goals against is up. So, like, they're both bad. It's definitely partly his fault, maybe also partly the defense. Now, I was looking through all the teams, guys, and check out this player the Jets have on the block. I mean, for starters, they pretty much have all their defensemen on the block, but Hensler here, he's got medium elite potential, 84 overall at 22 years old, 1 year left on his entry-level deal, so we do have to pay him after this season, but defensive defenseman there, 93 D awareness, 89 shot block, 4-star physical there. He's not the fastest, but if he can help keep the puck out of the net, that's what I'm looking for. Jamie Lowe's not getting offered to us with a bunch of picks for 2 seconds. That's an easy no. Now look at our defense here. Obviously, he's going to be coming in for Cole Hudson, who do have extended for cheap, but right now he definitely is the better player. I'd be willing to go up Cunningham in this trade for sure. He's 65 overall, medium elite. He probably doesn't make our team with the couple years we have left. That Red Wings first round pick is quite valuable. Also, too, guys, looking at Olsen here to see his stats, even as the backup, below 900 save percentage, over 3 goals against. So if both goalies are doing bad, maybe it really is the defense more so than the goaltender. So I feel like I'll wait on Daigle for now, but if we make a trade for a defenseman, the season ends and his stats didn't get any better during the summer, definitely have to think about trading him away. Blackwood, I mean, we're not going to get an AHL anyways. He does have some value, and give him a chance there to play with the Jets. And then Christopherov here, 23 years old, 78 overall. I thought would make our NHL team eventually, but we ended up just having way too much defensive depth in front of him, so can probably add him to this trade. Blackwood, Cunningham, Christopherov. The value's actually on our side quite a bit. Maybe does Cunningham and Blackwood get this done on its own? Trades rejected. They said just a bit low, though. Okay, so Kirby Talk being offered us for Cunningham. Again, I think We need defense more than forward. Try 7th round pick. If that doesn't work, we'll just keep going up, 6th, 5th, etc. Luckily, the 7th gets it done. So we essentially accelerated kind of our prospect growth there. I feel like at this point, that's about all we need to do. Forwards-wise, again, we're like so stacked. We have so many good young players coming up as well. And then you look at this defense. Like, if this defense can't keep the puck out of the net, then I don't even know. All right, guys, so the trade deadline's now over. We just made that one trade there for the medium league defenseman, which I'm hoping will really bring a boost to the team. Now, the rest of the league, you got Fairbury going to the Leafs, which is a pretty big trade. They actually gave up Easton Cowan for him. Blake Lizotte to the Blues. Zub going back the other way. Rest of the trades there, you got JJ Moser to the Capitals. Eriksson Ek to the Rangers. It's a big-time move. Jacob Chicken to the Leafs, so they're loading up on D. Alexander Texier there returns to the Blue Jackets. Our trade, of course, for that Hensler defenseman. Yoki Hardy to the Hurricanes. Chibrikov to the Islanders. Jordan Harris to the Devils. Anything else? Evangelista to the Flyers, a pretty big move. You got Tolvin in there to the Red Wings. Hartman to the Kraken. Carlo as well going to the Red Wings. And then Dursey to the Leafs. Jeez, the Leafs added like 3 NHL defensemen, I think, so we'll see what happens with their team. All right, guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. Obviously, no change to the forward group. Defensively, they decided to switch it up quite a bit, though. So we now have Muhammad Delaney on the top pair, Levshinov. Asses on the second now with Hudson. And then we got Hensler and Nemec on the bottom pair. I thought about going Hensler on the second pairing there, but I feel like it makes more sense. Since Hudson is an 85, he's got good D-awareness, solid offensively. I think it makes more sense for him to get the extra ice time. Addison was actually -2 on the year on the top pair, so that's why he got downgraded. The new guy he picked up is not playing power play, but he is on the second PK there with Nemec. I think he's also on the second 3-man PK. So a small move, but hopefully helps like the overall team defense. Also with him, I've actually got Cole Hudson scratched, so we can, bring him into the NHL next year. We have some options, but he's an offensive defenseman with like 3-star defense, where the guy we traded for has 5-star defense, also better physical, so hopefully it's a good upgrade. And so at the end of the season now, guys, the record of 44, 26, and 12. Solid year for sure. We actually finished with 100 points right on. 3rd place in the division. AHL team, 5th place there, 75 points. So they actually made, a push for the playoffs, unfortunately. A little bit too little too late after the slow start. Jack Hughes finished the AHL scoring leader, 63 and 69. NHL-wise, Ovechkin, 90 points there. Almost another 50-goal season. I gotta say, though, I'm not sure what it says about this team when a 43-year-old Ovi is doing better than anyone else. I guess we'll see what the rest of the team put up, though. Rantanen was a point per game. Smith had 81, so that first line did well. Even Kucherov, 80 points playing second line. Was not getting as much ice time as the rest of the guys. Still performed. So I think if Ovi retires, we'd probably bring Kucherov back and then have, these next 3 guys as the first line. Eklund 69 and Levshinov, double nice. You got Eklund there, there's brother 58. Saugas, 49 his rookie season, 33 goals. I feel like maybe he could win the Calder if there's just no other good rookies. Benak 45 is decent as well. Addison 39. I mean, not terrible, but again, we are paying him $9.5 million. I don't know. This might be the summer we finally move on from him. He also dropped to a -10. I think he was -2 at the deadline. Zetterlund 36, 3rd line, solid defensively, he's not terrible. Lane Hudson 36. He's a +11. He was playing with Addison, so I don't understand. Like, Addison that much worse. Muhammad Delaney 31 points, but he's a +15. Svechkov, Nemec, Hudson. I mean, the rest of these guys kind of contributing as you'd expect. In fact, Hudson playing 3rd D pair, put up more points than Iafallo and Musty on the 4th line. Pretty impressive, honestly, in 20 less games. And goaltending, so Daigle, 8.86 and a 3.59. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong with our goaltending this season, but definitely an issue to address. Even the backup there below 900. AHL-wise, Rimpinen, .911 and 263. 16 wins, 8 losses. I think he might have actually done better for us than Blackwood did. And now look at the AHL skaters behind Hughes. Zetterberg at 59 and 69. That's pretty solid. Again, good chance he gets called up next year. Lombardi, Maggio, Coe, only guys with 40+. I don't understand the AHL sometimes. Greentree here, 35 points. He's playing first line. He's a 79. He's got a good shot. Like, what is the issue? Now look at the entire league here, guys. McDavid first in scoring, 123 points. Dude's a beast. Nylander, though, popped off, 118. Followed by Petey there. Cutter Gauthier put up 110. Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy to see from him. Draisaitl, Stützle, Celebrini 105 with Canadians. Bedard, Suzuki, Marner. Honestly, a lot of guys. Nick Schmaltz at 102 with the Flyers, playing on line probably with Gauthier. I mean, look at the guys, all of the 100+, then a couple of guys with 99. The goals here, Pasternak's 59 is going to Maurice Richard. Just beats out Tage Thompson there by 1. Defensive scoring, Cam Makar at the top again, 86 points. Followed by Fox. Even Carlson at 38, back on the Sens. Still 3rd in scoring, that's impressive. Hughes there. DeAngelo actually finished 5th. I think I could have made a trade for him at one point. And then Levshinov was 6th, though the Levshinov trade looks to have actually worked out pretty well. And goaltending-wise here, Dustin Wolf on the Canucks now had the most wins. Best save percentage there. Mackenzie Blackwood, 4 games with the Jets, 928. Of course he'd be at the top. But for a start, it's actually Vanacek with a 918. And then goals against here, again, Blackwood, technically the best, of course. And then, again, his Vanacek, 279. 36 wins. He should win the Vezina, but you never know. Now, looking at Ricky Skaters here, Noah Kosick, 77 points to the Preds, good for him. Saugas, though, was 5th in scoring, 49 points, plus 3. I mean, Kosick should still get it, even though he's a minus 31. Again, though, you never know with this game. And I'll look at the entire league here, guys. The Maple Leafs actually win the President's Trophy. I believe they did it last season or the year before that as well. And we finished 6th there in the entire league. So, 3rd in the division, 6th in the league, as Vegas there and Vancouver both had huge years. Now, just looking at the rest of the league, Winnipeg kind of screwed, 13th in the league, and they'd miss. I kind of feel bad for them, although they were selling like all year. Devils at 20th, squeak in the East. Usually it's the other way around. Coyotes, again, based in the NHL, 61 points. Goals for, the Leafs were in 1st, we were 3rd, so we can score. Goals against, obviously, we're not one of the best. Hopefully, we're not one of the worst, though. Wow. So we made the playoffs, had 100 points, and we had the 8th worst goals against. We have to fix that again, whether it's goaltending, changing up the defense. That is just not good enough. But we'll get started now, guys, with the playoff simulation. First round here, as tradition, we got our rival in the Vegas Golden Knights. So their first line is Marchessault, Eichel, Denisenko. They got Bjorkstrand, Barbashev, Newendike on the second. Obviously, they lost Mark Stone. We thought about maybe signing him for agency. Edstrom there, 85 center on the third line is kind of cool. Brendan Brisson only got to 83. Defensively, they got Theodore and D'Angelo, so two pretty good offensive defensemen. Lucas Cormier there. Goaltending-wise, they got 84 Hill still. So I think our team's definitely better. As you guys know, though, that often does not matter in the playoff sim. So first 2 games here in Vegas at T-Mobile Arena. 5-4 OT loss and 4-3 loss. All right. Head home to San Jose. 3-2 OT loss. Do not tell me there's no way. Okay, we do not get swept. It was close, though. We won Game 4, 1-0 in OT. That is crazy. 0-0 heading to OT, and we somehow squeak by. That means we have to pull off another reverse sweep here to move on to the second round. Game 5 in Vegas. 4-2 loss. Wow. This team lost in the first round of that Vegas Golden Knights team. I don't understand it. On paper, we are so much better. They did finish above us in the regular season standings, but I feel like we're the better team. Ranch in there, 8 points, 5 games. And I want to see how the rest of the team did, guys, as I don't understand how the first round went so bad for us. Ovi, Smith there, both a point per game. So the first line did well. Levshinov, almost a point per game. After that, nobody did anything. Muhammad Lin had 2, and then Svechkov, Musty. It looks like everyone else just had 1, even Kucherov. Like, yeah, no one stepped up. Eklund there at 0 points. Come on. Definitely not the performance you want from your team. Lane Hudson was a -8. Saugas -7. Daigle had a 9-1-2. He actually had a better save percentage in the playoffs, even though he only won 1 game. Okay, so again, probably still moving on from him this summer, just because I think for the money we're paying him, it doesn't make sense if he's not even putting up, above average goaltending stats. And the playoffs are now complete. The Washington Capitals there surprisingly win the Stanley Cup, even without Ovechkin, who's, again, somehow finding a new prime at 43. And the Calder Cup champions there, the Laval Rocket. So take a look at the playoff tree next, see how that all went down. Really surprised, honestly, Capitals did so well. And look at that, the Red Wings first round pick we have is number 6 overall. It actually would have been the 4th pick, and we dropped down 2 spots. So that would have been awesome, as 4 is a guaranteed medium elite. At number 6, I'm not so sure. And now looking at that playoff tree here, guys, you can see the Capitals lead the Devils in 5, Sabres in 6, Bruins in 7, then the Canucks in 7. And now looking at the awards here, guys, obviously Capitals there at the Stanley Cup. Maple Leafs get the President's Trophy for the second time in 5 years, actually. McDavid there, back-to-back Art Ross trophies. Also got the Hart for back-to-back years. McCarr with another James Norris, his second in 3 years. Celebrini, Lady Byng trophy, very cool. Hermanson here got the Calder Trophy of the Capitals. Ryan Leonard, Conn Smythe, so he must have grown a lot more for them than he did for us when I was the GM of the Capitals in the last series. Vanacek did get the Vezina, which is good to see. Also won the William Jennings. You got Siliev there at the Bill Masterton on the Capitals. Flames coach Jack Adams. Barkov, Selke, McDavid, Ted Lindsay, and then Pasternak there with the Maurice Richard. Now in terms of AHL awards, as I mentioned, Laval to Calder Cup. Spicer here on Providence, most points. Sam Steele in the AHL now got MVP. Tyler Seguin's in the AHL, he had most goals. This Ruck dude, best rookie. Dvorak, best defenseman, hasn't broken that NHL yet. Romanov, best goalie. Beck, MVP of the playoffs. Groshev there, sportsmanship. Forsmark, community involvement. And finally, Romanov, also the lowest goals against. And now next year, guys, we're taking a look at retired players. I assume Ovi at this point calls it... What? What? Ovechkin. He refuses to quit. I mean, I gotta respect that. Brad Marchand retires at 41. Sam Perron, Matthew Shane, O'Reilly, Sagan. Wow, Victor Hedman's 38 at this point, down to a 78. Somehow Ovi keeps getting it done. So I actually don't know if we can afford him. We're going to be a pretty tough spot at this point. Bobrovsky retires, Freddie Anderson, Grubauer, Allen, Jack Campbell, DeSmith. It's a pretty good retirement class for sure. Victor Hedman there actually becoming a coach is pretty cool. We got some tough decisions to make though. Like, Daigle, I think we probably trade based on his numbers. I think Addison we have to move, make it $9.5 million. Plus we got a lot of good young defensemen. Of course, we got that 6th overall pick. We can trade it. We can use it. Maybe try and move up even. Take a look here. Top 5 picks. St. Louis is on the block. We could move from 6 to 4. Again, it would have to make sense. Now, the top 4 picks are medium elite. They got Pelche there at 5 and a medium elite Sanford at 6. So we could actually get lucky. This guy is NHL ready. And he's similar style there to Joe Sakic, a left wing sniper. Tore up the OHL there at the Barrie Colts. Looking at the rest of the first round here, I don't see any guaranteed medium elites. Taking a look here at the gems. Just a bunch of medium top 6s. I mean, the one that's going to go 126, super good value. Then you got a low top 6 85, which is like okay, but honestly not amazing. And now looking at potential here, this is an interesting guy. Small chance to be high elite, but they're already calling him a bust. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. Cracknell goalie could take a chance on. And yeah, so just the medium elite to the top. I think we hold on to our pick and hope that the one medium elite does fall to us. This Belarusian goalie, probably medium elite, going to go 169. That could be a steal. Another one here too, Zacharias, American, going to go late. Even these 2 low elites, both going to go in the later rounds as well. All right, guys, so next year making a big-time trade with the Blue Jackets to get Zach Werenski. He's on a very good contract, 89 overall defenseman. Had a pretty poor season last year, to be honest, though. 22 points there, was a minus 22. Still, though, he's got a great contract, $6.6 million for the next 5 years. Offering up Addison, 85 overall, making $3 million more than Werenski. I feel like, saving the cap makes sense. Also, Daigle here, because Werenski's got a lot more value. If we trade him, right now he's on an entry level, but again, we extended him at 6.5. I don't think his play makes sense. Also trying to get back Kay Draper here, medium elite goalie prospect. It's a big move, but I think it's one that will pay off for us with the cap savings. Let's see what the Blue Jackets say. Trades rejected. Okay, the value just isn't there whatsoever. I mean, could give them Addison, Daigle, for Werenski, 2 for 1 here. Werenski's not only higher rated, but he's also a lot better defensively than Addison, which I think, again, is kind of what their team looked to be lacking. Only 31. He's coming off a down year. So I feel like right now we're getting him at a steal because of that. All right, let's see what the Blue Jackets say yes to this. I think it's worth it. He's also on such a good contract, like I mentioned. Wow, trade is still rejected. That's kind of funny. I thought I might have been giving up too much, and it turns out I still need to give up more. Okay, Alex Zetterberg, he's kind of like stuck at a spot, 83 overall. He's on a really good contract. Great playmaker, but really no shooting stats. And we've already got a lot of good playmakers in the NHL. I think this is probably my best offer. And they say no. All right, I take it back. I'll offer a mid-round pick, not a first. Let's see, maybe a second in 2030. I think at this point, this is definitely my best offer for Werenski. And they still say no. So we'll have to look somewhere else. Also, you guys, it's now time for us to make our 6th overall pick. Sims there, 77 medium elite, was just drafted. The high top 6 went 4 to the Blues. They messed up. Minnesota Wild get a great player. Actually better than the 2nd overall guy the Flyers took. Arizona there gets St. Jack's, 82 medium elite, 1st overall. So Sanford here is the guy we kind of were eyeing. Similar style to Sakic. Supposed to be NHL ready. As you can see there, he's 77. So I'll take him a year. Probably will end up, getting traded by us. But already pretty solid shot. Can't complain about that with the 6th overall pick. Also, too, guys, look at the Washington Capitals here. I was curious what their team looked like when they won the Cup. So, Malcolm Spence, I think we actually could have drafted. He's on 90 overall for them, 99 passing. Miroshnichenko to 88. Jackson Jacobson, off you guys saw, he's 14 years old. And he had 2 goals in his first ever game in the WHL, which is super impressive. Leonard, there's an 88 for them. You got Hermanson, 87. I mean, honestly, this team doesn't even have, that many stars or anything. Goaltending, they got an 88 Hart at least, but wow, honestly, surprised they won the Cup. All right, guys, so since we missed out on Werenski, I'm making a massive offer here to the Boston Bruins to get Charlie McAvoy. 93 overall defenseman there. Very good defensive stats, 90-60 awareness. His trade value is quite high. It's not the max, though, so I'm hoping this goes through. Saugas here, 87 overall. Forward on an entry-level deal for the next 2 years is amazing. Addison is kind of a cap dump, but he's still good. Zetterberg, Daigle, Sanford, we literally just drafted. He's a 77 medium elite. I don't know, this is a lot. I feel like they probably say no because he has such high value, but it's worth giving it a try. Trade is rejected. You know what, guys? I'm going to try going back to Werenski here. He does have less value. We'll change the 2nd to a 1st. And they still said no. So at this point, we'll throw Sanford onto the trade. Again, he doesn't make the team next year. And then in the final year, he might be good enough for the 3rd line. If he gets to Werenski, though, who I think is a really big improvement on our defense, as well as save some cap. I think this trade is worth it. Definitely a bit of an overpayment, but I feel like we need another top defenseman with Levshunov. Let's see what they say. Trade is accepted. Okay, so cost us a lot. We went around to different teams. Finally, though, we're able to make something happen. And now you look at our defense for this year. You got Levshunov, Werenski top pair, Muhammad Lin, and probably Hudson on the 2nd with Hensler, Nemec on the bottom. I think Cole Hudson probably just goes to the AHL. Kind of get better there until the final year. Maybe we'll use them. And so at this point, guys, we'll send to our next pick here in the 2nd round. was tough making those trades happen, but again, we had to switch something up. Hopefully it was worth it. Rambo there is probably a low elite. And honestly, guys, none of my pins are going to go around this spot, so I feel like we'll probably trade back. So right here, guys, I'm offering the Hurricanes a 2nd or 3rd round pick for their 3rd, 4th, and 5th. We are moving up 11 spots there in the 3rd. This seems like a very fair offer, and they might say no. No, okay, they say yes. I was going to say, normally you wouldn't do that, but there was just no one that I really wanted at that spot. So in the 3rd round now, there was a guy supposed to go around this spot. Smirnov there, guaranteed low elite. Hopefully he's pretty good. 66 low elite, that's actually solid. Our next pick here, guys, in the 4th round. We could take a chance on this Cracknell goalie. Super small chance to be high elite. And he's a medium fringe, okay, so definitely a bit of a miss there. And now picking 119, I feel like we'll probably take this American goalie. He has a chance to be medium elite. And he is medium elite, let's go, 59 overall, so already got somebody to replace Daigle, at least in terms of trade value there. Next up, wow, Jacobs here, Gem. Literally the next player to go. We got lucky, I wasn't even checking. From Hungary, 49 overall, medium top 6, isn't too bad. Next pick here, guys, 151. I think we could probably take another goalie here. Yeah, Zuzin, Central Scouting ranks him 165. He's also medium elite, let's go. In the 6th round now, all the pins are gone. Could just take a chance on somebody with a very small, likelihood of being medium elite, like this guy, Enforcer. Medium 7th, as our last pick, honestly. That's fine. All right, guys, we're at the re-sign phase here with $28 million in cap space. That trade we made for Renski saved about $9 million in cap space, so hopefully that's enough to kind of bring everyone back. I don't want to split up the Eklund brothers. He now wants $8 million, so yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't give him the $11 million extension. On a bridge, it's 7.2. A 1 year, 6.5. Okay, I mean, he wants 5. Usually, if you give them the years they want, they're kind of more likely to take a cut. Let's see if he'll do 7 by 5. For an 88, I think that's pretty fair, and I think he'd be happy. Kucherov's been so good, I gotta keep him. Wow, for $5 million bucks, especially gotta keep him. We'll try and get him, a little bit cheaper. He does want an extension there. Ovechkin as well is down to 85. I don't know how we let him go. He wants 6.6, which is crazy. We're saving money either way, which I honestly didn't expect with him and Kucherov, so we'll do 6.5. Hensler here as well needs a contract, 6.7. Okay, quick math. We should have enough for all of this. 2-year bridge deal, it's still around that. So let's see if he'll do like 5 by 6. And what's crazy, guys, Brule here is an 83 now. I think just going back to junior for another season because he doesn't have any spot in the top 9. Like, we're already set. I really did not expect Ovechkin to be coming back. Maybe even like Kucherov could have retired, honestly. So I think, he'll definitely play in the final season. Even if Ovechkin comes back, probably make that happen. Iaffello for the right price, 1.1. Defensive stats there are still pretty good. Physical's not. You know what? I think I might bring him back, but I'll still take a look at free agency and just see if there's a better option first. And I'll look at goaltenders here, guys. I think we'd probably be fine with Olsen as the starter next season, 84 overall. I don't think he'll give us much worse than a sub 900 like Daigle did this season. Rimpinen could be the backup. Could also, sign a veteran, but I mean, 2 years for 1.2, whether he's the AHL starter, NHL backup, not a big deal. Gunnarsson, honestly, not even worth signing to be the medium fringe. So, looks like we do need a couple AHL goalies. None of these guys are ready to be signed yet. All right, guys, so one of our prospects said yes. Kucherov as well for like $5 million. Ovechkin for 6.5. Magios in the AHL. Hensler, we got to give more money to. Wants to test for agency. Lars Hudson there, one of the brothers, said yes. That was his entry-level contract. Cristoforo, Sedin. Eklund said no. I thought that was a pretty fair offer. I think the rest of these guys are prospects. Should say yes. Eklund, he said no to 7. Let's try 7.5. And then Hensler here said no to 6. Let's try 6.25. Like, he should give us a bit of a deal. And so there we go, guys. Hensler did say yes. Same with Eklund. So I think everyone's signed now. We still have $5.8 million in cap space. What we're going to do with that, probably an NHL backup, maybe even an NHL starter if the right guy's available. But I think in terms of the forward and the defense, we are set. If anything, we've actually got like an extra player for each. And so it's on the free agency period, guys. Curious to see who's available, even though obviously we don't have too much money, $5.8 million. Lucas Raymond, Hagens, Christensen, Demidov there, Cam York, Fiala. Okay, so a pretty good looking free agency class. Hagens is actually up to high franchise potential. I'm pretty sure he starts at high elite. High franchise is ridiculous. Coming off a 91-point season. I don't know if I've ever seen that. High elite to high franchise. I've definitely seen the medium franchise, but that is crazy. And actually looking at all the top players here, most of them are RFAs. Taking a look at goalies next here, guys. Askirov's available, 27, so he is a UFA, 90 overall. Unfortunately, can't afford him at $9.3 million. Kirchguy, 84, only wants $2.4 million. Had a 9.17 and 2.8 with Tampa last year. We could have a tandem of him and Olsen. That could be the way to go, honestly. Actually, Allenfeld, also 84, only wants 1.5. He had a 9.03 last year. Where was he? He was in Calgary, 23 games played. I mean, for that cheap for an 84, I don't mind that at all. I think Olsen will probably grow by at least 1, so he'll be the true starter. 2 years, $1.6 million. Goalies total cost $3 million. We have 284s. And like I said, Olsen could be even higher rated. That's not bad at all. Now take a look at two-way goalies next. As I mentioned, we'll need at least one AHL goalie. This guy here is kind of perfect. Slugnicki, 2376. He should end up being a high 70, if not even an 80. We'll get him signed, basically league min. Also take a look at two-way skaters here, guys. We actually do need probably 3 at least AHL forwards. Sam Steele was just MVP of the league, so I mean, might as well bring him in. As you can see, there's actually a ton of 80s available. This guy's 26, Grabenkin. Toronto Maple Leafs drafted him. Really good all-around player. Probably like perfect for the third line kind of thing. We'll do 2 years. Maybe he actually ends up being a fourth line forward for the NHL team. Sort by potential here as well. Reed Schaefer, 25-78 medium top 6. He might be an RFA. I didn't even look. But still, we'll give him like a big offer there. He's not, so yeah, could steal him. Couple low top 6s, super low rated, so I don't even know if it's worth it for them. Vannon here, 21-71 low top 4 defenseman. If he's on RFA, we'll definitely give him an offer. And look at this guy, they just started by shooting. Yager Furcus here has an insane shot, 5 stars. Also his passing is a 90. Basically just his offensive defensive awareness are kind of low. He's a 79. Even Hayes here, I noticed, solid shot, 92 passing. We need some guys that could score a bit more, so I'm gonna make offers on both. I think Hayes is a free agent, so yeah, we should be able to get him. Furcus is an RFA, but you never know. Maybe Seattle will just want to move on from him. And check this out, guys. I just sorted the free agents by defensive rating. This Volchenkov guy, 86 overall. I'm looking for a fourth liner. He's a little bit too good. 99 D awareness. Also, currently an RFA with the Ducks. But I found this Humphreys dude, UFA, 82 overall, medium top 6, wants 1.8, 95 D awareness. Like, shot block, stick checker, solid. Physical stats are also pretty good. The 95 D awareness, though, if he can be a fourth liner for us, we'll do 2 years. It actually gets cheaper. But honestly, I think he's really good. So I'll do 2 years, $2 million, just to kind of solidify that fourth line. Again, we're trying to get some more defensive players on this team. Keep the puck out of the net, as we seem to have issues with that last season. All right, guys, the HL MVP, Sam Steele accepted our offer. Hopefully it can help out the Barracuda. Schaefer there also accepted. Allenfelt, be our backup goalie. Humphreys, solidify that fourth line. Hayes there, rejected. Roster's full. Whoops. Okay, Furcus said yes as of now. So we want to go and get Hayes. Some other guys there said yes. We'll have to trade away some of our least valued players. So actually, guys, I'm offering the Panthers 3 players. You got Fisher, 25-78, Cagnani. We actually have a couple extra defensemen. This guy here is only a 69, medium top 9. We'll see what they say. Trade accepted. Okay, so hopefully clearing those guys out can actually allow us to sign everyone we want. All right, guys, so unfortunately the Kraken chose to match the offer made to Yager Furcus, but that is okay. As we made another offer on Hayes, so hopefully we can get him. We got a new AHL assistant coach there. Azar's had a new role. And there you go. Hayes did say yes. So I feel like we're probably good now for next year. I'll do like another review of the team, but we should be set. All right, guys. So we're not starting next season. I think the team's looking really good. Hopefully they're looking for some revenge after that first round exit. I know I am. So you look at the team. Another season here where we're just stacked. First line: Ovechkin, Smith, Kucherov. Kucherov and Ovechkin are both mid-80s, but they play like they're, 90s, if not 95s. I've actually got Kucherov on the first line. The reason being, last year he was second line, put up 80 points. Rantanen there was first line, he put up 82. So if Kucherov's putting up more points and less time on ice, I think we should try it. Also, too, we actually lose a bit of chemistry if Rantanen's on that first line. So instead, Rantanen there, 94 overall, playing second line with the 2 Eklund brothers, who are now 90, 89 respectively. You got Saugas on the third line, he's an 88 now, played with Banak and Zetterlund. I think Eklund might have also got the magnetic zone ability. I don't remember him having that before, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that's actually usually what I give him. Fourth line, you got Musty, Svechkov, Humphreys. Very solid fourth line. Defensively here, you got Rensky and Levchinov on the top pair now. They get a +4. Hensler and Hamilton on the second get a +2. Hensler, of course, we just traded for. 95 D awareness. Again, I'm really hoping bringing him in with Rensky can really solidify that defense. Then you got Hudson and Nemec on the bottom pair, which has to be like one of the best bottom pairs in hockey. They're both 85, mediumly potential. They're also both 25, so hopefully that works out. Goaltending-wise is the tandem I mentioned. Allenfeld's going to be the backup there behind Olsen. They're actually both Swedish, a little bit of a Swedish duo, which is pretty cool. AHL-wise, Rimpinen starting, he's 81. You look at the forward group there, we got Hayes, Steele, Maggio on the first line. I mean, we got 3 80-pluses on the second. Overall, this AHL team, like, come on, they got to make the playoffs at some point. Defensively, you got Cole Hudson, who's 82, leading that group. 80 Larocque, Christopher was 79, same with Havlid. Lars Hudson's in the AHL team now, he's a 74, playing with Koivunen. I actually saw Koivunen here, has 99 shot blocking. Also, 5-star physical, so I feel like he'll be a perfect D partner there for Lars Hudson. Also, too, I'm probably going to have him and Cole both on like the same PK or something, so they can play together. And now finally here, guys, before we end the video, I'll show you the ratings heading into next season. I feel like should still have 100 offense. We actually have 99, but our defense there at 95, I believe, is higher. 84 goaltending a bit lower, but I think overall team composition is better than it was last season. So hopefully, the team will do better. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.